Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this was the first year ever of doing our Fantasy Critic. And to do this with me in a game of drafting who is going to be the highest reviewed games of the year, basically. That's a nutshell. We'll explain how it works, where you create the most ultimate, highly reviewed team of video games. I did that with 4 people. To introduce them really quick, we have Kelvin from the Gaming Duo podcast. Hello.
Hi guys, how are you?
Jono from the Elder Trolls.
Hello, good to be here. Good to be here. Good to see you all.
And Onix from the Gaming Resume.
Howdy.
Ooh. With his Sonic the Hedgehog shirt. And Rob, also from the Gaming Duo, Sir Robert, the Robino.
Robin.
Hello. You took mine. I was going to say howdy, but
sorry.
Hi, everyone.
And what we'll be doing today is going over our Fantasy Critic results, and it is the end of the year. As we record this today, it is December 22nd, 2025, and we're going to be going over how exactly we did in this epic battle. This has been such a fun thing to do together, gentlemen, and to just kind of kick off how things went, I'd like to introduce each of you with our results, and then we will go over how we got to these results, because there's some things each of us, like there's a title I have for each of us that's like, what was that? And then the people that don't know have to guess what it was. So I need to pull up my sheet here of our number 5. This is the person that got 8 out of 10 games released. And only one of them, I will say, for this particular person, got under 80 points. So most of them were over 80 points. However, both of the counter picks came out. And apparently, this person also countered the highest reviewed game this year. What was that game? Stay tuned to find out. At number 5, at 67 points, it is I, AA Sprinkles.
God.
AA Sprinkles, aka Tony Samurai Kibaji. It is I got 5th place to the son of a bitch that is on screen that I'll introduce in a moment. And as we go through these, I'd like just a quick minute award speech, if you will, of where you place. So just me as a last place. I didn't. Obviously, we don't want to be last place. We want to win this. But look, I will be proud of the games that came out. They were all above 80. There was only one that was less than 80. So I'm really proud of that. And I've learned a lot this year that we will talk about. And I'm coming for y'all next year. So that is my note. And also a round of applause for everybody really quick.
Okay.
So I don't want to say round of applause to me, but like last place. But at our number 4, though, also with 8 out of 10 games released, he's sipping a mug. He also has 8 out of 10 released with also only one game under 80 points. However, that one game was also the lowest drafted game of the year.
Yes,
he also had both of his counters that came out, which hurt him hard. However, he beat me by 13 points at 80 points. It is Rob, aka Controller Thrower Interactive. You didn't get last place, sir. Well done. Round of applause to you.
Do you have a soundboard? You don't have a soundboard with applause?
I can do it in post, but I do have a soundboard.
I'll do it in post.
Rob, what do you got to say about getting not last place?
I mean, I'm not last, so that's good. I'm not last. But I thought I was doing super well. Also, this was a really good learning experience.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Because I do have a decent amount of fantasy football experience. So I was like, oh, it's going to be this. It's going to be similar. I got this. I know how to play this. I didn't know how to play this because I came in 4th place. But lots of things that surprised me, right? It's not necessarily the biggest hitters are going to give you the most amount of points, as I saw with Elden Ring Night Rain. So that was really surprising. And then you know what? I'm sad about me getting the lowest game here on the list.
That's your specific stat that I found. Yep.
But I'm happy I took the risk on it.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I was invested. So, and that's what made it all around.
Well, that's
you're
nice, Rob.
you're Jack Nicholson from Cuckoo's Nest. At least I
That's
tried,
great.
damn it. At least I tried. You know?
That's it. Last thing I want to say about that is fuck GTA 6.
Okay, how low was the score? What was the lowest
Hang
score?
on.
What was that?
I said, yeah, so I was the lowest at 67 points.
No, the lowest game.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rob, number 4 at 80 points. At third place at 96 points, we have somebody with all 10 of their games released. Only 2 of them under 80 points. However, both of his counterpicks came out. And also, the fun fact, he was tied for the most countered player this year alongside our number 2. It is 96 points. Jono at Naughty Dong Entertainment. The sandwich of the board.
Thank you. The sandwich. You guys are, I'm
bologna.
surrounded by you guys. I am just in between all of you.
Yes.
So wait a minute. I was the most countered? What do you mean?
You and our number 2 were the most countered. However, at the start, you were easily the most encountered. The second you left that first draft, Kelvin and Rob went to town on you. So.
You did, yeah.
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 Well, we can talk about
games.
Kelvin's counterpick. We'll talk about it.
Oh, we can talk about his counterpick. Yeah.
We will talk about that. So at number 2, our runner-up for winner of Fantasy Critic 2025, our first time playing, also had all 10 games released. And what's interesting, though, is they had 4 games that got under 80 points, but they also drafted the highest scoring game. Take a guess as what that game is. It's the same game that I countered, baby. He also only had 1 counter pick come out, which is probably why he is our runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 113 points is Kelvin, a.k.a. Radio Lucent Studios.
Wow.
Well done, sir.
Thank you so much.
Nicely done.
We have to say.
A lot to take away from this for sure. I just want to thank my fans first of all. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I think for the most part, like Rob said, huge learning experience. I think my Achilles heel had to be, of course, and we'll probably talk about this a little bit later, but just Kingdom Come. That was for me, the worst decision I made. A valid decision in my opinion, but looking back at it, I could have probably done better. So yeah, but I'm glad I got second place.
You got second place. And to introduce our final person, I would like to direct our panelists to a certain stream that I have on our Discord. And to those listening to my youtube.com/SamuraiKibuji. This person also had all 10 of their games released. And just like the last place person, only one of those games reviewed less than 80. And only just like the second person, one of their counter picks came out. At 138 points, I would like to let this video do the talking.
Oh my God.
Yep.
What is this?
Oh, yes.
That's actually
The team that took him home.
I got one of them with me. Ooh, I got one of them with me.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
They all help. Baby.
This is hype.
Get it? Yes. Look at those beautiful games. Oh,
Nice.
oh, that was hard, dude.
Yes! Love that.
That's all.
Our number 1 is Onix from Rocksnake Publishing Incorporated Studios at 138 points. Everybody, congratulations to the man. that got an over 20-point lead. Well done, sir. What is your acceptance speech as we dive into how you managed to accomplish this?
I couldn't have done it without the games that I believe in, even though this one right here almost let me down.
Very close.
Surprise of the year, but I'm genuinely happy that it came out as it did. Some very big chances that I took. I gambled a lot. Hollow Knight paid off dearly. So we're really grateful for that. I will give it to my intuition, been following the industry for so many years that it just things made sense. So woo.
Onix is our fantasy critic of 2025. But I want to talk about how we got here. And now on screen I have these were our scores, again, me at 67, Rob at 80, Jono at 95, rounded up 96. Kelvin at 113 and Onix at 138. And dude, this is like, we're going to transition into how we got to each of these points and our biggest, like as Rob and I alluded as the two people in last place, a lot to learn, but, and it's just like, we're going to talk about that as we each get to hit our own. But like, man, I just want to say like Onix, I remember at the beginning of all this, your list, Onix had a really good just first 5, and I just had that feeling. I'm like, dude, Onix got a good start to this. And
I think we all said it too, right?
Yeah,
I think we were like,
did.
man, Onix's list looks kind of terrifying. So
yeah, you guys did. Yeah.
God, dude. So yeah, it did great. But yeah, now I just kind of wanted to give us a chance, or just kind of I guess we'll talk about overall thoughts. So I guess let's just get me out of the way as the person that was at the bottom. And how I want to do this is like, if we'll focus on like the games. I want to talk about like the games that the person drafted and maybe what let them down or what really surprised them, or, just overall thoughts on those things. And as we'll see like mine on screen here. And, the main time we can intersect is maybe the counter picks, that's when it comes up. But my list as the last place person at AA Sprinkles Incorporated. I drafted I don't even know if we want to stop one at a time, but just
is this in order? Is this in order of draft?
This is in order of what we drafted.
Oh, wow.
So these first 5 were the first 5 that I drafted. I drafted Shinobi Art of Vengeance first.
Sleep.
No, that's right. I know at beginning, remember?
No.
I picked in Jono's words. In Jono's words, you stole Mario from me, Tony. Mario. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I took a freaking bet. I took a freaking bet on 3D Mario and New Breed, and
Mario, whatever.
I did not get that,
clearly.
And so because of that, I had to drop it, and that's when I think Shinobi came in. Like I put in Shinobi, But anyway, the first one I drafted was Doom: The Dark Ages, which did not disappoint. Of all the things I drafted, that was exactly where I thought it would be, and it landed at the Mighty, and I'm pretty happy with that.
Very good, very good score. Yeah.
No, it's great. It's because like all 3 of their games did great. Avowed is around where I had a feeling. I didn't know, but I just had a gut feeling. I thought Obsidian is really safe. That's what I thought. I'm like, Obsidian's kind of
looked better than it was.
Yeah,
obviously.
But there was a lot of hype. I
was looking forward to it though. Like I would have probably picked it myself.
I just thought Obsidian is like, I didn't think it would get me a lot of points. I just thought it was like a safe option. Like this will get me probably an easy 80 or 81. I don't think it'll get my.
Yeah, it was good.
Which I was right. I was right about that. But
80's still good. Yeah.
This is where Onix and I kind of can talk.
I mean, I played it longer than I played Doom: The Dark Ages, so I probably would have scored it higher than.
I mean, I did too, technically speaking. But
right.
But my third pick was Judas. And we'll get there later. But eventually, I mean, I don't even need to mention Onix counterpicked it. I knew one of you would counterpick it. I knew.
Yeah.
And that was the point. I wanted to bait you into counterpicking what could be a Game of the Year contender. But that didn't work out for me.
No, big gamble.
Big gamble.
But it did work out for somebody else, though.
It did work out for somebody else. That is a soft snake.
It's basically a free game for Onix to add on his list.
So is it my fault?
It's basically a free game for. It's basically giving the score you would have got for Judas and just giving it to Onix. This is basically.
I took a bet on it when it didn't even have a release window. I was just basing it off
You failed
of
us, Tony. You failed us. You failed us all. Not
made him win.
You failed
there
us all.
was
Tony,
reports.
actually, it's not your fault, Tony. It's actually not your fault. It's Kelvin's fault, and I'll highlight that later. It's actually totally Kelvin's fault.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Yeah. Later.
What when we get to this thing? Okay. Citizen Sleeper 2, I'm super proud of. Like I
good
didn't
work.
I didn't play I think I was in the middle of playing the first game, but I just heard so much praise about the first game. I thought this was just like a super if this review's like the first game, solid. I got that.
I'm playing it right now, and I just played through the first one, and they're actually excellent. Excellent
games.
I keep hearing phenomenal things about this.
But here's the thing: it's more like it is more of a visual novel style game. There's a lot of reading. It is kind of like you roll dice. It's like a RPG where you kind of roll dice to pass checks and a lot of reading. But the writing is so good.
So
like
good.
the
you're
actual
playing for the story
writing.
Necessarily more.
Yeah,
than
you're playing
gameplay.
100% for the story, 100%, and it's really
the story
good,
that can shift. It's not one of those like it's not super
absolutely.
linear. It like depends on what you do. I mean, we can talk about it a while, but
right. But the music also at the same time as while you're reading the music gives a really good ambience. It's really, really good.
Now Jono are just gushing about it. Anyway, so and once I found out like the Nintendo Direct happened, I had to drop the 3D Mario. I was too scared about that, so I dropped it and I put in Shinobi Art of Vengeance instead. I almost thought of keeping Mario, but I'm like, look, if we're getting a 3D Donkey Kong, we're not by the same team. We're not. That's not happening. So so I had to waste a drop on that. Then I drafted Kirby Air Riders, which I think of everything on this list. I'll skip ahead a little bit. Kirby Air Riders and Keeper were the two that I was like, I just don't know. I'm going to draft them because I feel good, but I also feel like they could be horrible. Like, I don't know why, but like those two games. But luckily, like, I was wrong. I mean, Keeper got 81 and Kirby Air Riders got 82. So again, the 80s, but
good games. Yeah, solid games.
Kelvin. Thanks to Kelvin, I got Bionic Bay, an 86-point game that got in the mighty area. And
Did you guys
I'd like
bid
to thank
against each other for that?
Yep.
He bid on it
no,
and he put it
no. It was a sure win for me. No one knew what the fuck this game was. And I just put $1. I was like, no one's gonna freaking buy. Like no one knows this. I just threw $1 in there. And sure enough, Tony comes in and just sweeps it up for me.
He's like,
dude.
I don't even remember. I think I put like $2 or $5. Like it still wasn't much, but like
it was my fault for just putting a measly $1. That's another learning experience there for sure. But man, I was so certain I was gonna get this.
You never know though. You never know if someone would have been picked up on that. You know. So
you never know.
Here's the thing. I didn't know the actual rules because I thought no one can pick. Like no one can actually bet after it's posted on Discord or whatever for some reason. So I was like, so no one like this is a solid like lock for me. No one's gonna actually bid on this. But that was my mistake.
The bot. You thought the bot wasn't gonna tell.
Yeah, them. Well, I thought the bot was like playing a big role.
The bot.
Like, wait, freaking bot.
The bot ratted you out.
I will say, Kelvin, I do like not. I swear this is not in like a teasing way. I genuinely, actually, though, kind of thank you for bringing this game to my attention because, like, not just for this, but like, I also like, I don't think I would have played it without that happening. And I played it. And I'm like, oh, this is an awesome game. Like, it made it into the top half of my games I played this year. So I thank you for that.
It's amazing how much Fantasy Critic actually gives you this like opening of so many games that you've never played or heard of, right? Blue Prince is a perfect example of that. I think Rob and I would have never thought to play or even try, but because of this whole game, this whole Fantasy Critic thing, we're like, man, like Blue Prince is getting high scores. What is that? And that kind of prompted us.
No one drafted it.
No one drafted it.
Yeah. I was so close, man. I was so close, but I just didn't know. But anyway, Mina the Hollower is my other game that did not release this year. Nobody countered it, but I was out of drops, so I couldn't drop it. But I was kind of holding out hope. But I also don't feel bad about that one because it did have a release date. So they did. They said like October 27th or something, but
I got that.
They could not do it. This is by the team that did Shovel Knight, by the way.
Shovel Knight.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, Keeper impressed me, and Unbeatable is the only game that did not review above 80. And I'll tell you what, of all the games I played on this list, Unbeatable is like literally in my bottom 3 games I played this year. So I'm really sad that did not work out the way I thought. But, I'll still take 79. Like, that's still a fine score, but it broke my streak.
Score or no?
Honestly, I feel like it should be like 77, maybe 76. Yeah, I think it's I wouldn't put it any higher than 79 in my opinion. Okay. But the main things that killed me, and this is where Rob and I learned, is let's just get this out of the way. Altars, I countered that on Jono's list, and honestly, I didn't know. Like, I was just kind of like, I
had no idea.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, I have a feeling this could go wrong. So I drafted it, and that was a mistake because it got a freaking mighty rating. But also,
what? It was probably more of a flyer for me to draft it than you to counterpick.
Dude, no, I respect you drafting it, but I was like, I'm gonna counter it.
You know what's funny is I thought about multiple times to counterpick that game. I kept going back and forth. I'm like, should I counterpick it? Should I counterpick? I was like, no, it looks.
Jono, your list was hot. Like everyone just wanted to counterpick.
We're all like Birdman.
So much.
Birdman meme is like looking at
this. I want to say though, like I respected Jono's list the most.
My initial list? Yeah.
Your initial list. Yeah. No, I respected your list the most because you took the most like risk on just new shit. And that for that, I commend you. But that also made people like doubt it too. But obviously the thing that really did me in was counterpicking the game of the year, Cleric's Pure Expedition 33. But that was, I still stand by my logic where it's like, look, if I lose a lot of points on this, then at least the game turned out amazing. So it's like, I wanted that.
That was quite a counterpick because like we all knew, we all saw the trailers leading up. We were like, that game looks pretty fucking good. Like, and we all were very interested. And then you came out of nowhere and counterpicked it.
I am not. That is the highest reviewed game any of us drafted, and I counterpicked it. I'm not going to make that mistake again of just, you know what? I really hope this game is good, but just in case it's not, I'm going to just... No, I'm not doing that again.
Damn.
So that's my list of what went wrong for the person that was in last place. And the saddest part is that I'm 2 points away from a 69 total. So...
Tony, I'll ask you.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Out of this list, out of all the games you played on this list, what was the best game that you played on this list? I'm gonna. You did the video on it, but for people that didn't watch the video,
I mean, well, that's different because if I say best, because favorite, I think I put Dark Ages at the highest for just favorites. Yeah, okay. I think that's where I put it.
Best.
But if I said best, like if I was a critic and just strictly thinking reviewing a game, ooh, that's tough.
Did you play all of your games?
Most of them you did.
Most of them, yeah.
Really?
Well,
Judas, because then
I feel like it'd be between Bionic Bay or Sin Sleeper 2. I would probably agree with that. And funny enough, they're like two of the highest scoring for me. I would probably agree with that. Bionic Bay for gameplay design and Sin Sleeper 2 for the writing. I'd probably say that. Yeah. Cool. That's a good question. But, and obviously, the one that disappointed me the most, which is Unbeatable. But anyway, that's my list. Okay, oof. Rob, let's take us through yours. Yeah. How did second place go at Controller Throwers Interactive? How about you take us through?
All right. So I had the first pick in the draft. So I went GTA 6 because in my brain, I was like, there's no way that Rockstar is going to delay this game. There's no way. They wouldn't possibly do that to us, would they? No. And Kelvin told me, he's like, they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
The whole time Kelvin egged you on during that whole thing.
And I was this close to actually counterpicking because everyone was just trying to like egg me on to do it, but I was like,
well, you were scared. You were scared.
That would have taken fucking cajones, man.
Nobody would have the balls to counterpick GTA. No, that's
cojones would be.
It was also just wasn't smart. Like you just knew the writing was on the wall. It was there. Like the writing was there.
That would have deserved a separate award. A separate
they said
award?
2026. They did say it. They said 2026. So I was like, okay, it's coming out.
Dude, did we make a separate award for the biggest cojones?
Yeah, right.
Biggest on the counter pick? We should do that. That would be fucking insane.
That would be nice.
I think when that game didn't come out, that's when I was like, oh no. I'm in trouble because that was my big hitter.
Oh, that's
right?
bad. That's huge, dude.
Yeah. I was just like
huge.
Because I think everyone said it.
Your best player getting injured for the season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone said they're like, Rob's list is the scariest if GTA 6 comes out.
I did say that. That's right. Because like, I mean, you're going to take us through it, but just literally like the first two things on your list along with GTA is like, yeah, if Rob's list comes out, this is scary. Like, yeah.
But then after that, that's kind of where my season kind of ended in my opinion. I was really disappointed with Elden Ring Night Rain.
Man,
Not the game itself, but the score. I was like, it's freaking Elden Ring. It's going to do well. It's going to get at least 85 minimum. No, 80 points.
Wow.
80
yeah,
points.
that's a bit it's a bit weird.
It's pretty surprising a FromSoft game. Yep.
Yeah.
The biggest surprise was Split Fiction. I was like,
dude.
I don't know if anyone really saw that.
That,
but
that one made sense to me, dude.
I
honestly
we thought it'd do pretty good. Yeah, we thought it would do
based
pretty
on It Takes Two winning Game of the Year at the Game Awards as well.
But 91, you would.
But 91, like, man.
Yeah,
that maybe that's a surprise, but I did expect it to be pretty good. I mean, what was It Takes Two? 86, maybe 87, I forget. But
I was expecting like high 80s, 88 around there, but 91. I guess it is very interesting.
Yeah, it was my number one like top game, and it was my third.
That's your leading game.
So at this point, Rob, when you got that 91 from Split Fiction, you were feeling pretty good, right? You were
feeling good. I was feeling good.
I might actually get this. I might actually
pull it out. But then I saw Persona 4 come, like they announced that it was in development, and that was really dumb of me because
beautiful counterpick.
Part of me wanted it to come out as like this year. Like I was just like, just selfishly, I'm like, it's gonna come out. And again, it didn't come out because but that'd be dumb if it came out because it doesn't make sense for it to come out. And Kelvin's like, you're an idiot. Counterpick. Yeah.
I just want to say, was I the only one that was eyeing this? I felt like that meme, like I'm just looking around like, like what's going on? No one knows that this is like,
dude, I have no idea about that shit. Like I'm not following that. So yeah.
The minute I saw that, I was like, this is an easy.
Well, that's
an easy one for me.
It's more like the money you spent on it, Kelvin. Like, I don't think it was a good counter pick, but it was like, dude, this guy just spent a quarter of his budget on this game or something like that.
I still think it was well worth it. It's again, counter picks.
You're runner up, so it was worth it.
Yeah, it was.
Right. Counter picks are
clearly
huge. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That is our biggest lesson, I would say. But yeah, go ahead, Rob.
And then again, Lost Souls aside killed me as well, you know, being even with me having the lowest rated game, I still was able to
you were the only one that got a negative game.
That's
only
crazy.
one.
That's the worst game of all time, I think.
on Fantasy Critic?
No,
not of all time.
Of us.
There is Superman 64.
I was just thinking that, Onix. I was just thinking that, yes. But yes,
I am going to
draft
pat
the lowest
myself
game
on the back, though.
Oh, my God.
I did the best, I think, all of us with the counter picks. 9 points.
Yeah, your counter picks are unreal.
9?
That's crazy.
9 points all
in terms of like
really
getting the lowest like score counter picks. Yeah, you did. That is true.
Yeah.
Super true. You only lost 9 points from that, dude. That's
it.
nuts.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So but that to me, I'm like, okay, counter picks are super, super important.
Super important. Yep.
Yeah.
That's definitely to me the biggest lesson this year for sure. Is counter picks are super important.
One thing I wish I would have done, looking back, last thing I'll say, I wish I would have took more swings at different games instead of saying safe. You know, I went safe with Assassin's Creed Shadows. I went safe with Outer Wilds 2. I went safe with Octopath Traveler 0. I wish I would have looked more into the smaller titles and titles that weren't really we heard of. So
Yeah. I mean,
that's fair.
It sucks that you had 2 games that didn't come out. I mean, that's huge.
Another thing too. Yeah,
that's huge.
That's
like
welcome to the club.
Even with an
that's why me and Tony are at the bottom. That's why
me and Rob are at the bottom because 2 of our games did not come out and both of our counters came out. So yeah. Betting on something that is going to for sure release is also a key lesson of this year, for sure.
Yes, it is.
It's almost not worth to bet on the ones that are like maybe going to release because you could always pick them up later when you have more information. So
when we go over Rob and me, we're going over the biggest lessons.
Oh, drafting when you're drafting, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
when you're drafting, for sure.
Rob, I do want to
say.
Sorry, Jono. Rob, I do want to shout out though. Good shit drafting Sword of the Sea. I love that game. And Ninja Gaiden 4, you played that. You liked it.
God, I wanted that one. I wanted that game because I believed in Ninja Gaiden 4. And he outbid me by like, I don't know how much. I forget how much you bid for it.
It was like $4. It wasn't like that much. Yeah.
Yeah. I put like $3 or something and you put like $8 or what? I forget what it was, but you put like,
that sounds right. That sounds right.
I'm like, damn it. I really wanted that one, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. What else is going to
Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's the one, Rob, that I'm like, explain that.
Yeah, we all thought you were pretty crazy for taking that. We were like,
it got 81.
It did better
the last
than we
Assassin's
thought.
Creed reviewed well, though, right? Didn't the last Assassin's Creed review pretty well?
Yeah, they
like Valhalla was it like 87 or something, or 85 or
yeah.
You know,
it's just one of those like we'll get to Onyx's. Onyx did one too that I'm like, wow.
It's feudal Japan. Everyone wanted like a feudal Japan Assassin's Creed game. So I'm like, okay, if this one people want, it has to hit.
It sold well. It sold well, but critically, I guess it wasn't like the best Assassin's Creed. But it's still 81 is still a solid score, honestly.
It got one. It did better than Elden Ring Night Rain. So
it did.
That worked.
True.
Rob, you kind of deserve to beat me because we both drafted the big RPGs from Obsidian this year, and yours was like 3 points above mine. Right? Yeah. Which I called. I said Outer Worlds 2. I think it's going to be just a couple points higher than Avowed, which you got it. So.
I was also labeled a cheater this year because of Sonic Cross Worlds Rumble. Yep. Yeah. I didn't get it. So it didn't work out.
I fought hard for that.
Oh yeah, the one that you bid after it released. That one? Is that the one?
I bid on it.
He bid on it after the reviews came out.
I believe that's against the rules.
There was like 2 reviews. There was like 2 reviews. I was like,
can Kelvin and I explain this story? Because literally, so Kelvin, Rob, and I are in this like voice app message thing, and they both messaged me as like commissioner or whatever. They're like, okay, Tony, is it legal for Rob to have bet on this game after it was reviewed? And I just hear like Rob in the background going, yes, it is. And they were just arguing. And meanwhile, I hear like one of the girls in the background go just like, Rob, you're an idiot or whatever. And then eventually it just kept us going to just like, basically the explanation was, listen, if it allows me to do it, then it's not against the rules.
It let me do it. And
it
didn't pass.
If you think the rules don't apply to you, boy, you think that you're somehow above the law?
If they didn't catch me stabbing this bitch in the throat, then it's legal. Like, it's legal because they didn't catch me.
It's fair game.
They didn't catch me, so it's fine.
If it doesn't stop me, it's good.
That was like so 83. It was like an 83 point. It was like an 83 game or something. I forgot how much it got, but it wasn't even like worth it. But the bid just didn't go through. It just said this game released. You're an idiot. That's what it literally told me. Like,
you're an idiot.
Well, that's good.
That's a story.
Rob, anything else about Yeah, sorry. Anything about mixtape? That was I respect that bet, man, but I'm sad that didn't come out this year. I was with you.
I thought it was gonna come out. I mean, like I said, it intrigued me. But again, like I think it's a similar for you for Mino the Hollower, where like you thought it was gonna come out this year, and I was like, okay, like this seems pretty safe, and obviously we got a little burned. But I'm glad I did it. I'm actually more happy I did mixtape as my pick versus like Persona 4 because I felt like I don't know, I want to take a chance, and that's what I'm gonna take into next year. Is like I'm just gonna take chances. Not real. Yeah, I'm going to be safer, but I'm going to take chances for sure.
We might have a conversation about that later. We might have a conversation.
You're going to be safe, but you're going to take chances.
Yeah, I'm going to be safe.
I'm going to take calculated risks. How about that?
Okay.
How about that?
What the fuck are you saying?
And I will shout out, man, Octopath Traveler 2 or Octopath Traveler. I drafted that in my other like for funsy one. Traveler 0. That was a good last draft. I'm glad you got that.
That was solid.
Yeah, that was solid. So, and Little Nightmares 3 and Hell Is Us was your counter picks. Again, Little Nightmares 3, you only lost 1 point. Hell Is Us, you only lost 8 points. So that was that
game was mid, Kelv. Kelvin's like, this game's not mid. This game, I'm like, Kelvin, that game's mid.
We'll talk about that, man. I can't believe
we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
All right.
Yeah.
That is Rob's list as our 4th placer. let's get to our sandwich person, who is Naughty Dong Entertainment, aka Jono.
Jono,
take us through.
They call me the
Take
meat.
us through your list. They call you meat. They call us at Naughty Dong Entertainment the Meat Boys.
This is
The Meat Boys.
This is my first. This is in order of the draft. Really?
You didn't drop anything, did you?
True. I did. I believe I had to
okay.
drop Cairn because it never came out. My only game that didn't come out.
I almost counterpicked that game too, by the way.
I almost did too.
Oh, I thought for sure it was coming out. Anyway,
take us through.
Yeah, I mean, Like a Dragon, I thought was a good 85. It disappointed a little bit. I thought it would do it would do better. I think everyone thought it would do better, but I mean, there's 800 of the games now. Like maybe people are just they don't care.
I thought that was a super safe pick, man. Yeah.
Well,
it was,
it's also
but not as my first overall.
It's a spin-off, right? It's not like a main entry.
The first time they've done like a hack and slash character action games focus on the game, so it's not a mainline. The mainlines have pretty much reviewed pretty well.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Not something I knew. Thank you for telling me now.
Well, yeah, of course. You're welcome.
But yeah, Ghost of Yote, I thought maybe would do a little better than it did, but it was a good game, good pick. I think safe pick for my second pick.
Mighty, man.
It was a good game.
87.
87 is good. Yeah. 87 is good. It was a great game. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I was betting full on this, and because I played the first one, it's one of my favorite games. This one is now one of my next favorite games. Like, it's an excellent game. I had no problem picking that with my third pick. Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
It's one of Kelvin's favorite games too. He really loves that game.
This game is going to be very good.
A huge fan.
It's your second highest pick. So there you go. Yep.
Second highest? Okay.
Yeah, I think, right?
Yeah, 89. Yep. Yeah. 91. Third. I had two 91s. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Never mind. That's my fucking. We'll talk about that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Little Nightmares 3, let me down. Huge fucking loser ass game. I'll never draft anything that they make ever again. Lesson learned. But yeah, that one I don't know. I had never played the second one. I thought it did pretty well. I thought it reviewed pretty well.
I mean, not to series like Onix pulled this earlier, but to be fair, this one also has kind of a different situation because it's like it's not by the same developers that made the first two games. So yeah.
Thank you again. Didn't know that. Thank you for telling me now, guys.
Thank you for picking it because I would have never counterpicked it if you didn't.
Yeah, you're welcome thank you for the 1 point, and you're welcome for the -1 point.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Altars, had no idea what it even was. There was some hype. I think I was more based on the hype factor on this one. I just said, I think this might be a safe pick. Yep. Because I think it's going to do okay. But I actually have no idea what it even is. To this day, have no idea.
Really?
Did you guys play this? Did you guys play this?
It's a super. No. I didn't play it, but I won an award. Yeah, it won.
Oh my god, what was the award it won? It definitely won.
It won an award.
Remember. Yeah, the Game Awards.
The Game Awards.
Yeah,
really?
I think so. It was like one of the lower ones, like accessibility or something like that. But or was at least nominated, probably. But no, the Altars.
Well, that was a pleasant surprise at 86. I thought it would do a little bit less than that, maybe, but Wonderstop.
Cool concept.
Wonderstop, I thought would do much better. It's from the.
Is that like a cozy game?
It's a cozy game, but it's a couple of the guys who did the Stanley Parable, which was a really good, well-reviewed game, I believe. Okay. So I was like, oh, this is their next game. Like they hadn't done a game since. So I was like, okay, well, I took a bet on the what would you call it? The pedigree on this one, right? The pedigree of the developers, and it fell short. What can I say? 81, it's okay, but I thought it would do better.
Okay,
thought it would do better.
Yeah.
DK Bonanza,
Donkey Kong Bonanza, man.
I think everyone
I love
everyone knew.
I think this is the one that we got in a bidding war over. I feel like we did.
It was.
There was a war. There was a bit of a war.
You did 50, I think. I think you dropped 50 bones on the game.
$50 in this game.
Yeah, I dropped
He spent half of his income on it, dude. Holy shit.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
Well worth. That was a good.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a good buy.
Well, I knew everybody. I knew everyone was going to be betting on this. So I knew.
Yep.
So I was like, man, I'm going to drop 50 bones on this.
Drop the load.
I thought I dropped a lot. I think I dropped like 25 or 30 bucks.
Drop
I'm like,
the nuts on the table.
Nobody's going this crazy.
Yeah, you're nuts.
wrong.
No, I think you got 35. Yeah. Didn't you bet?
I think you were in the 30s.
That sounds right.
You were in the 30s.
You were I think you were 34.
Did not expect anyone to drop fucking $50. When I saw your bid, I'm like, damn.
I was like, I'll have to save.
Yeah,
I'll have to save on some other things. I'll have to save going forward, you know. But $50, and then because I knew all my other games were going to be really cheap, and date everything I thought would do better because it had a big voice acting cast, really big voice acting cast.
Oh,
and,
right, yeah.
And the premise seemed really funny, so I thought it would do better. I mean, 80, it's okay, but like
80's
big name voice actors in this game. So
Ben Starr was in it, wasn't he?
Oh, everyone was in it. Literally everybody. Ben Starr, Troy Baker, everybody was in it. And I just thought it would do a little bit better, but it's okay. 80's okay. Mafia, it fucked me. Mafia, the old country, it fucked me. Holy shit. I thought not all of their... This was stupid. It was a stupid draft on my part because... Or pickup, sorry. Free agent pickup. Because I should have went by the pedigree, like I was talking about before, the pedigree of the developer. And I should have just looked at the scores of the other Mafia games. They suck. They're shit. No, but they're bad games. Why did I draft this? I don't know.
You got baited. Cool. You saw one.
I got baited.
You got baited.
I got baited. Yeah. I think I got baited just because they can't all be bad. This is going to be their redemption. And it was just a late pickup that I took a flyer on, and they fucked me. They suck. Fucking losers. Anyway, Arc Raiders, best game of all time, 87. Very surprising, actually. I would just, I was at the point where I didn't care anymore. I was just like, I think Arc Raiders are going to be really good, so I'm going to pick it up. Well, and it did really good. I don't know.
Can I ask, when you picked up Arc Raiders, did you play any beta or did you look at any previews?
Yeah, I had played the servers. Yeah, I had played the server slam. I think by that point, which
you were
was
talking
like
on your podcast previously too. You were talking.
We've been waiting. We were waiting for the game for a long time.
Yeah, you guys were super hyped for this game
because it was. I remember there was a tech test from like a long ass time ago where I had seen. I just missed it. I didn't get to play it, but I was watching all the content on it. I was like, man, this game looks fucking awesome. I cannot wait for the next beta or whatever they come out. And then they announced that they weren't going to do a beta. And everyone was like, oh. So we had to wait another, I think it was the Summer Games Fest. They had a little announcement and everyone's like, they're going to drop a release date. They're going to fucking do it. It's going to come out. I'm like, nice. It's coming out soon. This is coming out soon. And then all they did was give a new trailer and give a release date 5 months later. And everyone was like, what the fuck, dude? 5 months? So I had to wait another 5 months, but they did add that little, it wasn't a beta. They didn't call it a beta, but it was a server test. That's when I got to play it, and I was like, "This is an excellent game." So
you drafted "quote unquote" best multiplayer of the year, man. Well done.
That's true. Best multiplayer of the year.
Should have gone to Battlefield 6, but I digress. Listen, so Arc Raiders is funny because it to me, when I first saw Arc Raiders, I forget where, it looked like a totally different game than what it is now. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Just the way it looked and the trailer, the way they kind of presented it.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, way back. It seemed to me like it was like a retro VHS Destiny style thing.
But it didn't show anything. They didn't show anything.
It didn't show anything. It was just
music.
Yeah. Right.
They showed a bit. They showed a bunch of a dozen people going towards a giant walking spider and working together to take it down.
There was a gameplay, was there?
There was no gameplay.
Yeah. No, they jetpacked. Yeah, they jetpacked to it, and they were like,
okay.
It had a totally different feel.
You're right.
Totally different feel.
Interesting.
But it had totally different feel.
Changed a lot.
Seeing Arc Raiders now, it's just it's so cool to see it now, and also how well it's been received. It's just a cool thing to see,
Yeah, that was good. I'm glad and I think I paid $1 for that or something. I'm like, not buying this shit.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, to me, if you draft a mighty, dude, that's sick. If you get a mighty game, that's what you want. So yeah.
Yeah, and then my
your counters.
My counter picks, I was a gamble on Hollow Knight that it wasn't going to come out, and it didn't work, obviously. Overrated game. What can I say?
At 91, so you lost 22 points on that, dude. That's a lot. Welcome to the club. Counter picking a 90 game.
Well,
yeah.
And this is
who are we the only ones that counter pick 90 plus games?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Close
I think
Kingdom Come.
just me and
I was
and
very
Jono.
close. Yes.
Yep. Wow.
Yep.
There we go. Well, that was it shouldn't have came out. There was no indication that it was going to come out. I mean, it looked like a clean bet, and then they dropped some surprise date on us, which was
they dropped the release date within like a week or two of it coming out.
yeah, exactly. Like what the hell?
Yep.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion, not bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mid-game.
What was your logic? Because I thought that was kind of like random, both to draft and also to counter for some reason. Like that's like one of those middle ground games to me that I'm like, I don't know if I would do one or the other.
Dude, I was scrambling on my second counter pick. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You could have counter picked Lost Souls Aside. You could have.
No, I think,
dude, that's crazy. If somebody countered that, they would get points. They would get.
I'm surprised no one did. I know Onix would never. I don't think you would ever.
I'm pretty sure it was after. I'm pretty sure I picked it up after I had made my counter pick. I'm fairly certain that I had already done this counter pick before you picked that up.
Maybe, yeah.
So I was just because like, I could have waited, but like waiting.
Dude,
what happens if I don't make a counter
Soul,
pick?
Man, I wanted it to be good.
I want to say like. Jono, my comment on your list is that I seriously, like, I know Kelvin kind of came out of the gate running in June, especially. Kelvin had like 3 games that came out in June. But up until that point, some reason I was like, Jono's just kind of got the consistent momentum going. Like his games are coming out and they're reviewing well, and
that's right.
It wasn't like both.
I was in first for almost the entire year until my counter picks came out, and then it was just like, and then I had those other kind of shitty games. But I mean,
Hollow Knight killed you. Hollow Knight destroyed you, man. Like that's why would you? I guess you didn't know if it was coming out. I guess
you didn't.
I mean, even if Hollow Knight got 80, I would still not be first. So I don't think that really killed me. What killed me was Mafia: The Old Country. It fucked me. And Little Nightmares 3, it fucked me.
Little Nightmares.
Stupid fucking game.
He's not mad at the counters. He's mad at the ones that he had faith in.
No, I'm not mad at the counters. Dude, like Little Nightmares 3, if it was 85, that's 14 points. Like Hollow Knight Silksong, even if it's a mid game, I mean, I guess it's maybe similar. I don't know. But no. I'm kind of just mad. I'm just kind of just mad at those games. And that's it.
I mean, to be fair, you got over Rob and me, and you're at 96, so it's all good. So well done to you, Jono. But you counterpicked Kelvin's Marvel Cosmic Invasion. So let's go over our runner-up. Our dude that, honestly, in June, when we had our halftime check-in, Kelvin was like sprinting. And it was like, can he hold this speed? Because June, he had freaking like Death Stranding 2, and I think Lies of Overture. There was something like 3 games came out that month, and I didn't know. I didn't know how it would go for you, Kelvin. So take us through your list. How'd this go?
I will say my list is a roller coaster. It's not like Jono's at all, where it's a little bit more consistent. Mine is just kind of all over the place. It started off kind of mid, right? I had, not mid, decent. I had Civ 7, I think was the first one that released, and I was banking on that being in the 90s.
No,
never played a Civ game in my life, but just based off of their reputation and everything like that, I'm like, oh, this is easily at least an 88. Sure enough, it's probably one of the lowest Civ games out there or something. I don't know. I was so disappointed with that.
79.
I was like, well,
I thought it was a good pick because I was like, oh, Civ games are good. Like usually
easy. I thought it was an easy, 20 points there. But I digress. And then Mario Kart World, I knew for sure that was a lock. It had to be anywhere within 88 to 90. Yeah. I got an 87. I'm okay with that.
That was the first game you drafted.
I think
that
was the first. That was the first game I drafted. Yeah. So I was pretty happy.
I'm shocked that's at 87. I have to say, I'm sorry.
That's true.
I'm shocked that's at 87. Same. I thought it'd be like 84 at the highest. Like, yeah. It was. I knew when you picked it, it's a great pick. Yeah. No, I thought it'd be
more.
I thought it would be better than it is.
I thought it'd be like 90 at least.
Oh, yeah. Like in the 90s.
Are we talking about like after actually getting our hands on it, or are you saying like before?
Just Mario Kart World, like, and how it would score. Like, I thought it was a great pick, but like, I'm kind of surprised based off the word of mouth that it got freaking 87 points. Like, the word of mouth made it seem like
at the end, yeah.
Yeah, it made it seem all the reviews made it seem like this would be like an 82 or something, but like it got 87.
I agree. Yeah. I agree with that. I think even now, like I haven't played it much, and it's crazy because I played 8 Deluxe way more, man, way more at this point. So
yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
it was a great pick.
Sure.
But yeah, anyway,
yeah, no, for sure.
I think those were safe picks for me, right? Both Civ and Mario Kart, pretty safe. And then we get to Death Stranding, another safe bet for me, where I was like, locked. I know for a fact Kojima has not failed me once. Like shit, I mean, my name is kind of based off of Kojima in a sense. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to get anything below a 90. And sure enough, 90, 20 points was solid about that. 90 points. Then comes Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Good shit, Kelvin.
Where I will have to give myself kudos for this because it looked really good. First trailer, right? One trailer that we saw. Looked really good. It looked really like right up our alley. And I don't think anyone expected it to be this amazing.
No.
Right?
No. 0 people expected that. I think exactly 0. There might have been negative amount of people who expected this.
I think it's been confirmed 0 people expected this to be. But you know what? I was like,
on Xbox did.
We were intrigued though.
Put them in the show.
We were intrigued. We all knew. We all saw it when it was like Summer Games Fest.
It was just one of those games that seemed too good to be true. That's basically it. It's just like it seems too good to be true.
You know, an indie developer who hasn't really had any name for themselves. Their first game. We don't really know much about them. This looks like a really high caliber game. Like you said, Tony, it just looks too good to be true. Yeah, but Under Sandfall, is it not their first game Under Sandfall though? That's what I meant.
Yeah. But the devs were very experienced. They've done stuff before. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like we didn't know who they were. You know what I mean? So we're like coming into that first trailer, we're like, we're like, okay, like this looks really cool. This looks a little too ambitious for them. Like whatever. But I took a risk, and I think that was my biggest payoff I've ever done, right? Because it gave me a 92 game of the year. Like there were so many amazing things about this game.
Yeah, you drafted game of the year.
Yep.
You drafted the true game of the year, Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
You have the highest scoring game, Kelvin. You have the highest scoring game.
I do.
So bravo.
And for that, I mean, I think that's what really saved me. For Death Stranding 2 and Claire Obscure definitely gave me
24 points, man.
Yeah, the really 290s back to back right there.
You drafted the 2 game of the years and you counterpicked the other one.
Yep.
It balanced out.
That's true.
You have all the 3 best games of the year on your list.
Silson's not on there. Silson's not on there, bro. What do you mean?
Listen,
that's 3 games.
Kelvin has something to say though about this next one, man.
Now, Rematch is very interesting to me.
It's your mafia. It's your mafia.
It's my mafia.
Yes.
But man, I love that game.
It was just undercooked. It was just undercooked.
Very undercooked, 100%. If there's one thing I will take from this, I don't know if I would take chances with multiplayer games. And I think, Rob, you can back me up on that too, right?
Yeah.
It's really hard to get a solid multiplayer game off the bat. It just, I don't know, man. It's tough.
I mean, look at Arc Raiders, though.
Fair.
Yeah.
I had played it, though. I had played it.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because Rob, Kel, and I were just like, I'm tempted to like draft Battlefield 6, but we're too worried about like Night Rain and Rematch. It's like, you know, like
servers. You never know what could go wrong with the multiplayer. There's a lot more factors involved when it comes to multiplayer.
Yeah, I was already, I'd already did stop caring at that point and just took a flyer. So
I will say, if Rematch,
you took this early, right?
Yeah, I did. We were preaching. Me and Tony were preaching the choir for Rematch. No one listened. We got Rob finally to play, and he's part of the choir now. But after that, no one like really paid attention, and I just really wish that game was, like you said, Rob, it was undercooked. If it had some time, even a year later, that game would have done so much more. It could have done so much more.
I guarantee you it would have gotten to like 78, 79 at least if it just had a really short like single player mode that, you know, you play as a character going through like leagues or something. And there's a couple cutscenes in between, and it's like a 4 or 5 hour thing you could go through. I guarantee that would have boosted it because I think standalone multiplayer.
crossplay too was big. Like I think it needed a crossplay from the jump, and the fact that so
that's right. That was
and then,
later. Yeah.
And then Lies of P, I came back. You know, I knew that game was going to be great. DLC
86, dude. Whoa.
I was happy about that. Really happy about that. I still have yet to play it. Damn Game Pass, but I will play it at some point. I will. And then
we're not allowing DLCs to be drafted next year, right?
Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll
talk about that.
Yeah.
And then my other disappointment was South of Midnight, where that was one of my games where I was just like, should I? Like, I don't know. This is not like something that I had faith in it. I thought there was something there, but you know, lo and behold, it was 7.
I feel like it was a game that was like hyped pretty decently, and I just was like, it kind of looks mid.
I haven't played the game.
Design looks good though.
Yeah,
there was a lot of great quality things
superb.
about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a 77 game. It looks like 80, 83, 84. Sure. Like that's the kind of like when I'm looking at it, it's what it looks like. But
I think South of Midnight is like the prime example of I need to be hands-on with this. Like that is the prime example of that statement of like when you look at the trailers, it seems like, oh, this could be really amazing, but then you feel it and then it's not amazing. So yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, that was one of my last picks that I did. And I had faith in this, knowing that the team behind this game was the ones that made Shredder's Revenge. And I was just like, all right, this has to have some type of like, there's a pedigree there. There's something there. And I think, I don't know what Shredder's Revenge got, maybe like high 80s, I think it was at some point, but it was a great, it was an amazing game. So I'm like, this has to do well. And I was kind of slightly disappointed at an 81, 11 points. I could have seen this going at least 85, maybe a 90.
You know what I think it was for or for Shredder's Revenge? There was probably a high nostalgia factor that contributed to its high.
That makes sense.
Its high score.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In Marvel, we have so much Marvel stuff
fatigue.
now.
Yeah, we have Marvel fatigue now at this point.
Yeah. Hell is Us, another disappointment in my eyes. I think that game looked really well. It looked really cool.
It looked very good.
It plays really well.
I'm with you, Kelvin.
Too.
I'm with you on this. Like, yeah,
it plays well too. I don't know if you guys played the demo or anything, but it's really interesting. It's really cool. It has really cool concept behind it. I didn't stick with it enough, but I knew if I did, it was just a lot of time invested that I just didn't have. But I'm surprised they only got 8 points, 78. So I was a little disappointed in that. Luminous Horizon was my last pick that I chose. Good pick. Very good pick. 86, right up there with Lies of P. So I was happy about that. And my counter picks, damn Kingdom Come. I was almost certain this game would be mid. Because, again, I was just doing research. I never played the game before, so I don't have that background that Jono has. But looking at it based off of the first game, it was in the 70s. I'm like, okay.
That was fair.
Guys, spoilers. A sequel can actually do better than the first game. So
imagine
apparently that happened.
If Kingdom Come says anything, it's that. Yes.
So there's that. So I was that got me. I think that was the biggest blow that I had. And I
was following it for a while though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I had seen all the stuff they're adding. And I had played the first one and I was like, okay, I knew where the game needed to be improved. And I saw that they were doing it. I was like, this game is going to be sick. It's going to be a sick game. And man, you didn't have the knowledge. Man. It's okay.
I didn't know.
It happens.
Kelvin's response to that statement, Jono, should have been, well, thank you for telling me that now.
Yeah, right. But what I did know was that Persona 4 Revival was not coming out for sure. That I did a lot of.
We had metaphor.
That's funny, dude. 34%.
I thought they were going to use like the same engine, and they were just going to just be good to go. And no, that wasn't that.
It was like
that first trailer, man. It looked.
Listen. I needed to feel something. Okay, I needed to feel hype for something after the loss of GTA 6. So I was just like, this is it.
Okay, I get it.
It was an emotional. It was an emotional pick. It was an emotional pick.
Rob and I had a lengthy discussion afterwards. I'm like, Rob, what went through your head, man?
What were you thinking?
And I still don't quite understand, but you know what? I'm glad you did it, Rob.
Nothing.
It was the vibes. It was the vibes.
Yeah, it was vibes. Yeah.
I do get you. I do.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Kelvin, I want to rub this in your face because I can. Because you counterpicked me, so I'm allowed to.
Go for it.
If you would have counterpicked not Kingdom Come Deliverance,
okay,
and you would have counterpicked Lost Souls Aside instead, you would have beat Onix.
Oh, he's right.
He would have been.
That's how important counterpicks are. That is how important counterpicks. You would have won.
Counterpicks are. But I mean, who would, like, I don't picture Kelvin ever doing that. Like, as somebody that loves...
too early. He was too trigger happy on the counterpick because that was an early counterpick.
That was the first one. That's true. That was
we had to pick one counterpick.
We had to pick
right.
Dude.
That is
true. That is very true. And at the beginning, Rob didn't draft that. So
you did that kind of late in the game.
Yeah, that was later.
Also picked P4.
Well, you could have picked the Mario. You could have picked. You could have picked. Nobody
would have had the balls to counterpick 3D Mario. No, that's like GTA.
Okay, wait a minute. This would seem to suggest that everyone, since we had to make an early counterpick, everyone should have a higher counterpick and then like a lower counterpick. You know what I mean? Does that not?
Yes,
but
I get what you mean.
Didn't happen at all.
Nope.
Like I don't think I don't think it happened at all.
Well, I think the thing about like the lower is that I don't know, man. It just depends on releases. It just depends if they're coming out or not. Basically, usually that's the main thing I've learned that's what you're banking on. So,
but like in the first half of the first counterpick, you have to counterpick someone's draft picks. The draft picks are the strongest ones.
Strongest
you have
picks,
to counterpick someone's draft pick. That sucks. Like,
it does, but it does kind of even the playing field out because you can't just avoid and coast along the whole year and just wait for the shit. You know. It's pretty cool. I like that. It does suck though.
It's hard to do is what I mean. It makes sense that we have to do it, but it's hard.
Yeah,
it's very hard.
Definitely hard.
Yep.
Kelvin, you did kill it though. Like I will say, you were running in June. You managed to kind of hold some momentum, and you got over 100, which to me was the goal. I wanted to get over 100, and I was far from that, but you did it.
The last thing I'll say is, and I said this in the beginning, you guys are sleeping on my list.
You did say that.
You did say that.
You guys were sleeping on my list.
Yeah, say that.
Definitely
and, Kelvin,
3 out of 4 definitely slept.
Kelvin, you didn't drop anything, did you? I don't think you did.
No.
See, that's pretty cool because if you don't have to use any drops, that's pretty nice. Yeah.
I also spent all my money. Like I drained my account.
Yes, you should.
Yes, you
should. Yeah.
You know, Kelvin, you would have had you. Well, wait. Never mind. You still drained your money even though you only spent $1 on Bionic Bay. Okay. Anyway. Okay.
If there's one game, I just want to say real quick. Sorry. If there's one game that I would probably replace, it would probably be Rematch, even though I love that game to death. Again, I think moving forward, I'm just going to stay away from like multiplayer.
Oh, you would replace your lowest scoring game?
I was thinking that, Jono. I was just thinking that. Oh, the one game I would replace is the one that gave me the littlest points. Like, if I could change anything.
It's either that or South of Midnight, but it's more so of like
the other lowest one.
My other lowest. Yes.
Anyway. Before we get to Onix, I just want to highlight, I just saw this, but I drafted Slay the Spire 2, and I had to drop that.
Yes, you did.
Ooh,
yes,
right.
Why did you drop it?
It didn't come out.
Oh,
it didn't come out.
Man, you were scrambling. You drafted you got a
Rob
couple
had to use all of
out.
his drops, man. Rob and we used all of our drops.
I think I wanted to counter pick that one at one point, but I had already done my 2, so I'm like, fuck. That's a good counter pick.
And you can't drop counters. You when you're in a counter, you're all in on it.
Yeah,
you make yourself and your competitor all in on it. That's what happens. So, yeah. Okay, let's get to our winner. Before we get to the end of this, there is going to be a brief conversation about how we handle next year. But before that, let's look at Rock Snake's first place winning list at 138 points. Onix, take us through this.
Okay. Well, Wilds is no question. I love the series, and every game has reviewed very well. So, I mean, dude, it's there. Metroid Prime 4, however.
Wait, Onix, can I stop you there on Hunter Wilds?
Yeah.
Or, as a Monster Hunter fan, you know, you were a little bit disappointed, I think, if I remember right. But yet the game scored 89. So kind of like I was asked earlier, do you feel like 89 is kind of a good number for it? Or like the Mario Kart thing, are you a bit surprised it's that high? Or
you know, it's really funny because today, yes. At this moment, 89 is accurate. But at launch, it wasn't. Because at launch, it didn't launch with a lot of updates and new stuff that made the experience a lot better. So right now, with the latest stuff, oh my God, totally 89 valid. But yeah, no, back then I would have given it like an 85, 84, 85.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, personally. But yeah, and moving on from that, Metroid Prime 4, like, dude, I have the amiibo. I've bought both of the amiibo. I have the game. I did not expect this game to review low like it did. And when I say low, I mean in comparison to the previous Metroid Prime games. Exactly, because the first one is an all-timer at 97. Second one was like 94, if I remember correctly, and the third one was either 90 or 91. I forget. But they all
trending downward. Trending downward.
Well. Definitely trending downward. But still, you know, and you know, so many years Nintendo having to take it back because they started development themselves. It was in-house, and then a few years later they're like, yeah, this is not working out. We got to fix something. So they got Retro, but Retro Studios is not the same Retro from 2002. These are a lot of 343 guys that joined Retro. The old school people that were at Retro left a long time ago, which is why the game actually feels a little bit like Halo, weirdly enough. So it led to this. It's a game that is a Metroid Prime in a lot of ways and isn't. And yeah, I think the reviews so far are pretty on point. I think the overall discussion is way overblown. I think that the people that are speaking negatively are a little too exaggerated and hyperbolic, but overall, it does deserve the 81. I think it's a good game that's flawed. So surprising low score for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Silk Song though,
you guys drafted a game of the year.
I drafted a game of the year that had no release date, no release year.
Just vibes. Okay? Just vibes.
This was the vibe.
This is the year.
I'm like, you know what? This is the year. And you know, you guys want to know what really made me really believe that it was a year? The Switch 2. For some reason, the Switch 2 releasing this year gave me maybe that's what they're waiting for. Because Hollow Knight really blew up when it got its Switch port. So Silk Song coming out the same year as the Switch 2 just made sense to me. So that's why I went in all in on it.
That was a great call.
That was a good call, obviously. You know.
And it getting 91, man, like I you know, if it's anything as good as the first game, it's not too surprising. But it did it.
No, dude, it blew me away. I mean, and I played it.
And Jono countered it.
Loved it, by the way. He did. He sure did. But I get it. Again, no release year, been delayed multiple years. No instance, no evidence that it was going to come out this year. Totally.
I was only 4 months off. When was it in the release date announced? August?
September. Exactly.
Like late August. Yeah.
Late August.
Wild.
I was like, I'm
sorry. But I'll tell you what, though.
This was an initial draft, too. This was an initial draft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. And I'll tell you, I was definitely meant to draft this game because it came out on my daughter's birthday. So
there you go.
It ended up being really like, oh, shit, that is very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But then Legends ZA.
Yeah, explain Pokemon here.
Well, okay.
To me, this is like Rob's Assassin's Creed. I was pretty impressed that you did this. Like,
so the first Legends reviewed at 83 on OpenCritic, if I remember correctly, which is pretty decent, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, I need to draft a safe game. In game development, typically the sequel gets better because story isn't really that important when it comes to games being received well, unless that's the focus, right? So if a game has good gameplay, it makes up for a poor story in terms of reviews and vice versa most of the time. So using that logic, I thought, okay, Legends, they got to do better. They just have to, right? The base is there. You got to just move up now. You just make it better. It's easy, right?
How did Arceus do? How did Arceus do?
About 83.
That's what he's saying. It got 83. Yeah. So my mentality was it's got to get at least 85. So it was like a safe bet that I
clearly was wrong. I did not expect it to trend downwards by so much. So, yeah. Unfortunately.
That one's disappointing. Yeah.
Snake Eater was totally a safe bet too. love the original game. I'm actually disappointed that it is so much closer to the original game than I anticipated. When I drafted this, I didn't think it was going to be like a 1-to-1 remake. I thought I thought the additions of like the combat systems from like Metal Gear Solid 5, and
you were thinking more reimagining versus remake.
Genuinely, I did. So that disappointed me a little bit. But yeah, 85 is fair.
Can I jump on this? Because I do remember when we did these, because that was the last of your initial drafts, and I just remember like Onix going like, Kelvin, if you're not going to take it, I'm doing it, man. Yeah.
Kelvin the bite.
The only other Metal Gear guy here that I know is like a diehard like me is Kelvin.
That's Kelvin's game. Like,
The only thing behind it was Konami, and at the time, Konami was not Konami that we know right now. Konami has made a Konami has made a jump. Has made a jump just this year alone.
They did that Capcom turnaround this year. This year was their turnaround.
Silent Hill 2 came out, and
Silent Hill F. Metal Gear.
I just remember like when we did that draft, just Kelvin kept saying out loud, but he wouldn't say why. Just like, but I don't trust them.
Yes.
We didn't know what he's like, but I don't trust them. But we didn't know what he was talking about.
Could have done it, buddy.
Could have done it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're back out.
Ragebound. Ragebound was
phenomenal game.
I trusted the Blasphemous devs. This one made so much sense to me because I loved Blasphemous. I love Ninja Gaiden. And then of course I didn't get 4.
At 86, man.
That worked out better because you got the game that scored better. Yeah.
Yeah. And this game I feel like this game got shafted. This game was so friggin' good. No awards. Very, very unfortunate. Because it's such a good game.
But it is mighty.
Elder Scrolls 4. It is mighty. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Elder Scrolls 4. Yes. Elder Scrolls 4 was a shot in the dark. We saw it, and it was officially labeled a remake, but hindsight is 2020. This is barely a remake. Barely,
Yeah.
So it's funny because there's even a flag on this. Look at this. After extensive Discord debate, we have decided that this is a remake despite the name. It's not going to change, so you will need to override in your leagues if you disagree. So apparently it was a heated debate.
No, I mean, do you not remember? We had a heated debate when I wanted to add it because everybody was like, no, it's a remaster. And at the moment, I'm like, no, dude, this is clearly a remake. Look at it. It moves different. It looks different. And in hindsight, it's like, fuck, it barely is,
Yeah.
So it's
but still, I feel like these games that are, whether it's a remaster or a remake, it's an established like game that has already come out that everybody fucking loves. You know what I mean? Like that.
This shit reviewed less. It got an 82.
It did a lot worse than we thought it would, I think.
The original had like a 94 or something. Like it did like what is it?
Yeah, well, they didn't do enough. Less. Apparently.
That's the thing. It was too close. And we're talking, you pretty much made a 2006 game in 2025. Therefore, 82. And I totally abide by that. I think that is a very fair score. I didn't play it, mind you. I was this close to buying it because I love Oblivion. But when I started seeing the people were saying like, dude, this is pretty much the same game. Even the bugs were in the fucking game.
Even the bugs. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, I have to say.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to play that
for
game.
nostalgia.
I already played it. Yeah.
What turned me off to that game, I was playing it, but I would go into a room or a tent and I would get a loading screen. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. We're not
my
doing
friend.
it.
My friend. 2006, dude. It's the
2006. Yep.
But yeah, moving on. Silent Hill F. Again, this one was a little bit of a gamble because like Hill said, we haven't seen Konami made an original game in a long time. Silent Hill 2 was not developed by Konami. That was Bloober Team. Metal Gear Solid Delta was a remake, so it still has a very established base. This was an actual new game by Konami themselves. Glad it paid off. Glad it paid off.
I would argue this
I love
is
that he took
probably
the risk.
The biggest risk. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that he took it though, man. When I saw he drafted, I'm like, man, I respect that. I respect it if that works out. Like, kudos. Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently people have said it's got actually one of the better like narratives this year.
I believe
it got a lot of praise. Like a lot.
It did. Yeah. I definitely want to play it eventually because I haven't gotten to play it.
Same.
And then
Trails is your runner up for highest? Jesus.
Yes, it is. This is why I was fighting so hard for it because I've always been intrigued by this franchise. It's a very long running franchise, started back in 2004. And when I first saw the trailer, I thought that looks pretty cool. But when I started looking into it, I started seeing what they did, because Trails was the first series that took the idea that Metaphor did as well. Active combat system outside of the combat, and when you do certain damage or whatever, you can go into a turn-based system. So Trails did that first, and I loved that at Metaphor. So they took these systems from their later games in the franchise and implemented into the original game, obviously revamping the graphics, changing the world itself. So it's definitely like a 7 remake / 7 rebirth type of remake / reimagining. It's essentially RE4, if you will. And that's why I thought, okay, yeah, no, this one I definitely want to draft. It looks cool. I've never played it. So it also was still a gamble. The Trail series historically has not reviewed that well. So this is I'm glad it reviewed well, because it's pretty much my game of the year.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's awesome.
Oh, that's interesting to learn. Yeah.
Second chapter comes out next year, and that's going to be a good game. I can feel it. So yeah, that was that.
Digimon Story Time Stranger, dude. That was one I was like, again, kudos to you doing that. I would never have done it.
Detective.
I almost picked it. I almost picked it up. But I didn't.
Oh yeah.
The preview sounded so positive. They were fixing so many issues that the older games had, and I think reading the confidence that the devs had, they're like, look, we're kind of we're gonna go all in on this game and give you all these ideas. It gave me vibes of Fire Emblem. What is it? Awakening, I think is what it's called. The one on 3DS.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The devs did the same thing. They were gonna lose their studio, and they threw everything to make it work, and it became a success. And I felt the same vibes. Granted, it didn't do as well as we would have liked, but still 81 for a series that has not done so well. And then it sold really good, by the way. Very good sales. So it ended up working out for them. So I'll take it.
I mean, Cyber Sleuth is continuously, as like somebody that looks at the Digimon games, like Digimon Story is the IP, and then Cyber Sleuth is like one of the most praised Digimon games I know. So that's why I was looking forward to Time Stranger. Like, oh my God, it's another Digimon Story. So I'm glad it got into 80s. That's really good to hear, and that it sold well. But
yeah,
and I gave you free points. So I gave you free points with your counter pick, Judas. Your counter pick, Judas. You're welcome. You're welcome, Onyx.
Yeah, Tony, you're the Judas. You were the Judas that betrayed us all in this very draft. Yes, in this very league.
Look, imagine if it came out. Imagine if it came out and that screwed him, and then I would have been our savior. Like
you would have.
I still would have lost.
And to be fair, Judas all right, but Judas this is what I learned as well. Like you guys are saying, like Rob is saying, the counter picks are super important.
Yeah, so important.
I definitely
look at that.
Like if you see, I picked a game that I honestly had no faith. Look at that, 64% counter pick.
64% counter picked it? Dang, dude. Wow.
Yeah, nobody believed this game was going to come out, number one. And then The Outer Worlds 2. A game that I know the first one reviewed decent. I think it reviewed right around 83, maybe 85. I didn't expect it to review much more. So even if it reviewed at 85, I was going to take the hit. I'm like, you know what? I'm good with taking a 10 to 15 point hit because I'm very confident in the rest of my games.
Right.
And that's kind of like, and I think I'm going to keep the same strategy going forward. The game that I counterpick, I'm going to assume it's going to get points, but not that many. Right. That's my strategy going forward. If there's no obvious, that game isn't coming out this year, I'm going to go for less points.
That was my strategy in the beginning and didn't work out that well.
Right. Well, yeah.
I was like, I'm going to lose at least 7 points on this. No big deal.
Yeah. 19.
138 points, Onix. Well done. One more round of applause for him.
Dude,
You well also did not drop any games from what it looks like.
Yeah,
I think I did. I think I didn't drop.
Did you drop something?
I don't know. If I click on your details, I don't see anything dropped.
It wouldn't be. It's not in there. It's under the history.
It wouldn't be there.
Yeah, you got to go to the.
I thought I did.
He did. He said will release games dropped. He did drop something. What did he drop?
Oh, Dragon Quest. You already got Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake.
That's what it was.
Okay.
I dropped that because I felt that it was going to be, obviously a very clear remake. I really did want to stick more to the reimagining side of things. And that's why I think I dropped that and I drafted Trails, if I remember correctly.
Which was the better move for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think if Metroid Prime, my hope was that Metroid Prime 4 was going to be like a 90 plus, and genuinely surprised.
I will say that one surprised me because I think when we did our initial draft, just seeing you draft Monster Hunter Wilds and Metro Prime 4 right off the bat, I was like, guys, we're in trouble. We need to, we got to do something here. And I remember like Rob just giving Kelvin shit because it's like, why did you draft Metroid? And I think Kelvin had the chance to, and he didn't. It's like, I didn't think he would do it so soon, whatever. But yeah, but it paid off for you, man. No drops. Only one counterpick hit you. You only have one game that was in the 70s being Pokemon. The rest of your stuff came above 80. Even, is there 290s? Yeah, 290 games. Yep. So dude, that is a very deserving list.
And I want to add real quick, I cannot believe we live in an era where Digimon is scoring better than Pokemon. That is
yeah.
That is wild.
Historically, the games have been really good for Digimon. They're good games. They're solid.
They've gotten better.
Digimon needs to make good games. They gotta put, you know what I mean? They don't have the IP behind and the purchasing power of just everyone's just gonna buy it anyway. They actually have to make it.
Back in the day, that was my crap right there. But
they have to actually make it good.
So now that we've gone over our list, just one more like overall note before I just want to have a little brief group discussion on next year. And we may even have a guest, but I don't want to announce that because guest, you just got to make sure you show up, man. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do if you listen to this.
Show up.
All right. Anyway, just show up. Just don't fall asleep. Just play Mario Kart with us. You got this. Anyway. Yeah, we shared a little bit of just lessons and so on. But yeah, I think this has been so cool playing this with you guys. I definitely just a brief like mention of anything. We've already shared like counterpicks are everything, just counterpicks are everything. We underestimated that, I feel, going into this. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but making sure your game releases for sure is another thing, man.
Yeah.
Don't pick Judas.
That's a big one.
I'm not picking Judas again next year. I'm going to spoil that.
I was going to ask Rob, you, would you pick it next year?
Is anybody going to pick GTA 6 next year?
Yes.
Anybody want to spoil it? Anybody want to?
When's it slated to come out?
I think it will.
November. It's coming out. It's coming out in November.
If Kelvin says it's coming out, it's coming out now. It's coming out now.
If Kelvin says it's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out.
When did they say it's going to come out?
November. It was supposed to be in May, but now it's in November.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's still very scary, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
That is scary because now we're talking, even if they delay it a month,
2 months.
we're like, oh wait, December?
I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting is I think GTA 6 actually affects a lot of Fantasy Critic next year because it's like, will games that were going to release in that fall area still choose to release?
Right.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yep, things that don't have a front half.
This game is holding us hostage. It's holding our lives hostage.
It is.
It's holding our fantasy hostage.
Yeah, this $100 game. It's gonna be $100. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And Rob, I like Rob's shout out of taking some more risks. Taking some more risks on. Yeah. Maybe some developers that you're not sure about, like Alters. I think Jono, that was a great example. You took a chance on Alters and that super paid off for you. Kelvin took a chance on Expedition, even though we saw a lot of that and that got good marketing, but like taking chances can pay off.
I would have taken another chance on Bionic Bay too, but that's a
Is there any like lessons that anybody learned that I didn't say that you want to shout out or?
Lessons.
I feel like those to me are the biggest ones.
I don't think so.
I'll tell you one. Don't always
Onix, you are our winner. Coach us.
Yeah. Coach us.
Seriously.
Don't always believe in your what is it? In your like surefire winner. I really thought Metro Prime 4 was gonna be the surefire. And granted, at that point we hadn't really seen much. So yeah. But just don't be 100% sure because you never know.
Don't get cocky. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah. I didn't really have one of those. I feel like I picked Kingdom Come because I just liked it, and I wasn't like, oh yeah, everyone's gonna love this. I was like, I had confidence just because that the fact that I had played it, and the next one has got to be better, judging by the look. I didn't think necessarily that everyone would love it, but. Yeah, I don't think I really relied on one or another.
Yeah.
Kelvin, I think your lesson is to rely on Konami more, right?
Yeah. Don't doubt Konami. That's my takeaway from this.
That's great.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, so I think also taking chances, like you guys said already, it pays off. I think maybe focusing on indie games as opposed, I think Rob mentioned it earlier, where he's like, don't just bet on the AAA big budgets, like, oh, it's going to be a sheer win, it's going to be sheer points.
Yeah.
I think really looking into the indie scene and just seeing like all the creative games that are out there can, one, expose you to new content, new games, but also just give you, really good points, and just kind of
Trails is not exactly indie, but it's a AA game. It's very small like team. Falcon, but does not have very many employees, so
Double A doesn't get you anywhere. Onix. Being AA sprinkles doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah. I think doing a lot more research too on like the developer and the team behind the game. Because look at Expeditionary 3. If you went into that knowing that like Ben Starr, Jennifer English was going to be in that, the music behind that, right? Like what was going into that.
The music was a SoundCloud dude. No, I don't think anybody would have bet on this guy.
Honestly, I don't know. That's a hard one,
man.
That was just
Yeah, I don't know. I think still, but you should still do,
because we didn't see anything other than that one trailer. Also,
we knew Ben Starr was in it just based off of the voice.
Yeah, but
they had their Xbox Direct, but we did the draft before that Direct. I think happened. I believe so.
Did we really?
Yeah, I think we did. Okay, the week before that Direct. Right. Yep.
So I was really just shooting blindly there.
Oh yeah,
we really were.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And we will, just like I mentioned, like we did that the initial fantasy draft before like that Xbox Developer Direct, and that's the goal. Is it sounds like we're all on board. We're going to do this again next year, maybe with the 6. We shared our lessons, and in order to do it, we also want to do the draft as early on in the year. But before we do that draft, I want to bring up a little debate just to close us out here. And I want to do this because I have a feeling I will be on one side. Onix might be on the other. I want to have a civil discussion if we want to continue allowing anything remaster, remake, reimagine, anything
I'm on. I'll say right now, no. That's my take on it. Okay.
So I will share what is, because I have a feeling, and I could be wrong. I feel like Onix will be on the side of, no, let's keep it. It's more like you'll have, I won't take the words out of your mouth. I don't know if that's where you are.
Yeah.
But to me, is
that because he drafted 3 of them? Is that what you're saying?
He did draft 3 of them. But no, it's not just because of that. So I'll share my case. This is my case. And the way, like, it's just like, we just get rid of them to get rid of them. No. So my case is my 1-minute summary. I personally would like to get rid of them. I don't oppose, like, if anybody wants to keep them, I understand. But my personal take is I would like to get rid of them because it eliminates confusion. It eliminates debates. It makes us take the risks on completely new shit. Like Jono, exactly, I respect your list for that. You took risks on things that had no basis whatsoever. That's why I would like, instead of 1,100 games of drafting, we draft from 1,000. And those 100 games that are Reimagines, whatever, we get rid of them and just keep it simple. There's no debates if Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster is a remake or not, or if we go with the site. That's my take. It's for simplification. I understand it's fun to do the Reimagines or whatever. Onix, I go to you. What do you think?
Okay. I say no remasters, no remakes, but keep reimaginings. Because reimagining, if we take that out, that means that Final Fantasy VII Part 3 will not get drafted. And that is, if you've played the original and you've gone to the remakes, you know how drastically different these games are. It is almost impossible to compare them because they don't play the same. They don't have the same direction. They don't have the same, obviously, graphics. The music is different. There's new compositions. So, like, you've got 20 different artists changing the soundtrack. It is such a different experience. We are just playing the same game by name.
But we know that now that it's out, though. You know what I mean?
Let him talk to him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course, hindsight. But I mean, again, like Rob said, do some research. There's a lot of interviews before these games came out. There's a lot of talking. Like before Resident Evil 4 Remake came out, the devs were very clear. We're not just remaking this 1-to-1. We're changing the lighting, the mood. Scenes will be different. The combat was changed differently, right? So there's a lot of changes that were made. That's why, there was a lot of hubbub around the Game Awards. And I still think the Game Awards should add a remake category. But
yes, I agree.
Overall, I think Reimaginings, where if you look at both of the games next to each other and you cannot tell they're the same unless you're familiar with it, that to me, I think is fair game. Because they are different enough. If I showed you a picture of the first trails and the new one, they don't look the same. They really, really don't. And I mean, you got 20 years in between them. So that's my take.
So here's my question and I thank you. That was a great way to put it, Onix. And I actually agree with a lot what you said. So my question to you is, what would hurt? And I'm not trying to sway, this is for the other three people to listen, because we got an odd number of people. What to you is so important about drafting Final Fantasy VII Remake? Is it disrespectful if we do not draft it? You know what I mean? Is it so important that we draft these games because they need our approval or something like that?
I wouldn't even think about the disrespect part of it because I don't necessarily think that's disrespectful. But in terms of giving credit to a team that's passionate about something, like the team at Square Enix that's working on Rebirth, like Hamaguchi, the director, and everybody else that's involved, yeah, it would suck to not give them the credit because they're doing something that Square hasn't done ever, truly, But to me, it's more about a new audience. Not everybody played these games back 20 years ago. Shit, I didn't play these games 20 years ago. And now I'm falling in love with a franchise that I may have missed out on because they reimagined the original game in such a way that it's modern, easier to digest. And hey, it's a potential Game of the Year candidate for me now. That's my big thing. Remakes are good because people did not grow up playing these games. There's a whole new generation of gamers that get to experience these games. But reimaginings are not just for newcomers, but they're also for old-time heads. You don't get to play the same game again. Now you get to play the game that you may have played before totally differently. Maybe the narrative has the same beats. Maybe it gets to the same end. At the end of the day, it has the same ending. But how you get there will be vastly different.
So I want to open it up now. So Onix makes good points. Again, my thing is just kind of the simplification of it. It's no disrespect to anybody if we don't, at least to me, it's draft or not, whatever. But sorry, what I meant by that is to me, a great example, the Halo. I'm not going to grab him. The Halo guy, if people argue that was a reimagining and it's would you be ticked if you couldn't draft Halo
which Halo?
Whatever? The Halo 1 remake or whatever. Just I know it's not I know it's a remake, whatever. Just hypothetically, if they considered it a reimagine because of the pre-cool missions or whatever, and it's so different because of all new weapons, But I, as my favorite franchise ever, I would not be mad if I couldn't draft it because I'm I'm just gonna enjoy it as a fan, and I'm gonna see what people do. So that's a very personal perspective on it. So
it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
With that, with both those cases in mind, if Jono and Rob or Kel, if you guys want to put in your say with a brief reason why.
And quick, last thing, and that's the reason why I want to meet halfway and say, go ahead and get rid of remix and remasters.
Yeah.
If it's labeled remix, remaster, get it out. But I think a reimagining like Persona 4 Revival.
Let's first establish this. Okay, so raising hands, remakes and everything under out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're unanimous on that. Okay. Yeah, so this is the part where, so Reimagines stay or go. Rob, how about you?
I'm torn between it just because there's such a small percentage of games that get released in that year. How many Reimagines do we actually get in a year?
Correct.
Right. We get one or two, maybe.
Exactly.
But I also know that those are a basis for being possibly sure things because there's something behind them. They're working off of something. It's not a new concept.
Exactly.
The game could be completely different, 100%, but they're still basing it off of something that existed before.
The foundation.
And that's what I kind of have a problem with. It's like, okay, well now
You're not going in blind. You're not going in blind.
Yeah, I'm not taking a risk, basically. So I kind of have a problem with that.
I mean, are we taking a risk if you vote for GTA 6? Truly?
I mean, no, you're not. You're not.
A surefire, right?
See, and I thought of that. It's like, oh, well, then you could say the same thing about sequels. I'm like, yeah, but they're making a new, like they're basing it off of the previous, but it's a new
and it may not even work out. Because look at Legends sequel didn't work out. It can go either way, and that's why I think reimaginings are, especially ones that are so far off. 20 years later, it really can go either way. But again, I digress. Go back.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to debate.
So Rob,
here.
you're pretty split.
That's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think we can leave them. I think because like sequels make the same point. That's true. But yeah, the remakes and the remasters definitely not.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine with reimaginings, whatever. Because you can't tell, you can't know until after. Like hindsight is 2020. Like I didn't know how different remake, like Final Fantasy remake, would be before it came out. We didn't know it was going to be a different story. It's totally different. We didn't know until after. And if we had that in our fantasy, like, oh, it's just a remake, you know what I mean? Like we wouldn't know, but we know after. So I mean, like we know that it's a totally different game.
Even the name remake, like once you actually play the game, you're like, wait, it's not remake because it's a remake. It's remake because of the story of Sephiroth remaking the storyline. Like it's so meta, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like
hindsight is 2020.
I feel like that's the game we always fall back to. It's like we always say it's Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy. It's like, but then
now I have Trails.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, but like you said, Trails is completely different, but I don't really see it as like a huge reimagining. And that could be because I didn't really look into it, but I'm like,
well, I mean,
would you consider Trails? Would you consider Trails on the same level as Final Fantasy VII Remake as far as a reimagining is?
I have never played the original Trails, but I have always been like attentive to the series because I like anime. It's a very anime coded series, of course. But when I saw the remake being announced, I looked into it. I spoke to people that have played the Trails series, and yeah, I mean, it's you can look at a video of the gameplay right now if you want. Look up any random video of the original. You'll see how different it is.
So
and most of the community has said that it is they call it their Final Fantasy VII remake. Pretty much.
Let's let Kelvin chime in. Like
yeah,
Kelvin, please.
No, I'm honestly on the same boat as Onix, to be honest. I think remakes, remasters, absolutely not. But when it comes to reimagines, I think Rob said it. It's such a small percentage. I don't even think this is gonna matter, to be quite honest.
Right.
Like this year, especially,
one or two games tops. I don't
even think Final Fantasy VII is coming out this year. To be,
it doesn't. It's not even about.
No, it's coming out. Yeah.
It's not even.
So
it's about another game that comes out.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think you made great points, Onix, as far as like it being a reimagine, as far as it, being for a new audience, right? Not just for old heads, but for a new audience. So I've always kind of been on that boat of reimagines should stay. Remakes, remasters, I don't really give a damn about. They're for people that have already played it, in my opinion. Maybe some new heads as well, but for the most part, people that have already seen what that gameplay was. We have concrete evidence of like, okay, that game is gonna have something good or something bad. Reimagines, there's a foundation to some extent, yes, but like you said, that is very kind of on the same scale as a sequel, for example. So I think reimagines should stay.
One last thing I'll say too is I think if people are willing to vote for that game and put it up for like game of the year and nominate it, the reimagined game, I think it could fly because
I still vehemently believe there should be a remake section to the Game Awards, because even if it's reimagined, like it's got to be like we discussed, like the ones that we are going to allow in this draft, like they have to be at that level to be game of the year, because you're supposed to be game of the year 2025. Like if you are just rehashing the same game, then to me you need to have your own category, so I definitely think that they should do that, but that's kind of a side topic.
So I think I am reading the room. However, I will still do the hand raise, and there's no disrespect. If you raise your hand, if you are for the simplification of no re's, I think
everyone should close their eyes and just like do it if you're gonna.
I mean, I thought of that too, but then we can't see what the vote was.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I have a feeling it's just me.
I would vote for that. Though I honestly don't care, but like I would vote for.
You swayed, Jono. You left me behind.
Like I'll vote no, but it's just gonna be me and you, so like it's fine. Like whatever.
Yeah, I'm sensing that like Rob was pretty split. You shifted. You're kind of good, but again, there's no hard feelings. I just wanted to present it to the panel or whatever.
Yeah,
as like I'm glad we're universally for no remakes. I just wanted to pose the question of Reimagines for just simplification. But if it's just me and a split Jono, then I'm cool just letting Reimagine stay.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
whatever.
I have a feeling, Kelvin, and obviously Onix, you're on the Reimagine. Can we put a clause with Reimagines though?
Yes,
if there's a reimagining that's coming out, and the entire us as a group are like, nah, this is not a reimagining. Can we veto that game?
Okay, you know what? That's what Tony was trying to avoid.
Kelvin's right. Kelvin's right. That's the whole point of why I wanted to rule it out. Is that I wanted to rule out the whole like debates and stuff, and not agreeing with what Fantasy Critic says and so on. So that was my primary purpose of this. It's like I wanted simplification. So I'm against that personally, but I thought you were going to say something like everybody's only allowed one Reimagine on their list.
I mean, I don't know how many, like Rob said, there's literally like.
That's true.
I can only think of one that I want, and that's
only one
Trails in the Sky
in the league.
Not in the league. No. Everybody's allowed one on their list.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair one. That's very fair. That is 100% fair.
That's the middle ground to the middle ground.
Yes.
Damn.
One Reimagine per team.
I got a quarter ground.
Yeah.
Like, so basically,
do that.
You know, like there can't be this situation of like, so you get one Reimagine for your list. I mean,
I feel like I'm getting all eyes on me.
No. I mean, that's an idea. I mean,
like I said, a lot of the picks I went on with the idea of reimagining. Like I genuinely thought Snake Eater was going to be more different, remastered of Oblivion, even with the name. I'm like, no, I have to be a remake. So I totally get it, you know, even though it didn't really pay off. 85 for Snake Eater, 82 for Elder Scrolls.
How about this?
But
how about this?
Yeah.
So like you're disrespecting Metal Gear Solid. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll stick with Reimagines allowed. If we get our sixth person, I'm going to let him decide on if we're allowed one or open game.
Okay.
So it's all on him, one or open?
It's all on the new guy.
It's all on the new guy?
The worst person.
It's all on the new guy.
Oh my God.
He's
the newcomer, and he gets to choose if we get one or all.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Add pressure to the new guy. Add pressure to the new guy.
It might not actually matter, really. That
adds stakes to it. That adds stakes to it. Like we had our discussion.
Like Rob said, there might not be that many that even come out.
Right.
I literally know
it's one or two.
I literally know two Trails because again they just got announced. So, you know, and then there is Dragon Quest VII, literally subtitled Reimagine. I wasn't thinking about voting for that one, mind you, but that one came to mind. Like, oh, I know those two for sure are coming out next year.
Okay, so for now, Reimagine on the board. I do like the idea of the new guy potentially, hitting it if he does.
I will agree to that. I'll agree to that to Nick.
But to end on a very high note, I just want to shout out Onix. We really it's my fault. I'm going to own that for the team. But the four of us did want to collectively have some sort of thing for you to hold during this show. And everybody I'm talking to is taking forever to make it happen. And it's like all the cool places are just like, contact me if you want to make this or whatever. I'm like, cool, here's the idea. And they don't get back to me. But for now, I just have a mock-up, if you look at this screen, where I want to highlight your whole team that you drafted, man. I want like something.
The whole team.
Like I want your team highlighted that you can put it on your shelf. And I won the Good Game, Fantasy Critic, whatever, and your publisher and stuff.
So cool.
I'm hoping I can make this happen. But again, the person that makes this particular one's not talking with me. So that's a mock-up. Don't expect that, yet, but I'm hoping that's what you get. So
this right here, this image is enough. Thank you so much.
This image is enough.
The picture.
This image
email the picture to him. Just send it to him.
Honest, well, for sure. I'll email you this picture.
Put in a frame.
I'll email you this picture,
NFT.
and I'm gonna send you a version of this freaking thing that happened too. So those are your prizes. Again, congratulations to you, sir.
Both are NFTs. So. Both of them are NFTs.
I'll print out that image and I'll just put it right here on my green screen. It'll always be here.
I knew that's like I told Onix, I'm like, give me your address for no particular reason. And he's like, guys, you could just send me a little email saying congratulations and I'm happy. I'm like, nah, man, it's got to be something.
That's awesome.
No, I think it's fun. It'll be like a neat little remembering thing. So
yes.
I knew I was like, I want to let him know this after this debate to just make everybody end on a good note, So.
Yep.
Good job, man.
Great.
But that is our show of our Fantasy Critic of 2025. And just thank you guys so much for this amazing game and this fun conversation. I appreciate you all so much. I'm looking forward to doing it next year.
Wait, hold on. We didn't discuss something. I'm assuming DLCs are out, right?
Oh, Jono. Okay, Jono, state your case.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Hold on, wait.
There's more of a basis than a game that already exists to a DLC. Than it's way more than a reimagining. You know what I mean? The game came out, is out, was
you're saying a ban DLC
experience.
You think it's double dipping on the game?
Yeah, you're double dipping on the game.
Like Lies of P.
It's going to be the same game. It's just content.
It's more of the same game. But okay, so real quick. So when we say DLC, are we talking major expansion, right?
Just general. I don't want to do this whole category bullshit. It's just general DLC expansion. It's just general
paid expansion. Yeah, paid
expansion to the game.
I say no. I say get out of here. Shoo.
Damn.
I'm good with that.
To me, I'm that's the same as sequels to me, where it's if they're going to try to expand this game and take it to someplace new and it hopefully impresses people a lot, I'm kind of I don't care too much. So that's my take. So I'm fine with them basically. But what Onix is that you saying basically similar. That's you.
Yeah. I want to raise my hand. But so that's why I wanted to clarify, because MMOs, for example, when they release a major expansion, it's 40 hours. They revamp so much crap, new story, yada, 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 right? So it's I play 14. So if that ever comes out, I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. But 14 never gets added to Game of the Year. It's always ongoing or current game. Mm-hmm. So that's why I wanted to clear up, should I think I'm more towards the no on those, because like Jono said, it's just, you got the game already last year.
Shadow of the Earth Tree.
Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds is going to get a major expansion that I know I'm going to love, and I don't know if that should be allowed. Because
I think Shadow of the Earth Tree is the prime example. If something Shadow of the Earth Tree comes out, is that, so that's not eligible.
That should not be Game of the Year, in my opinion.
No, not Game of the Year. We're talking about Fantasy Critic. Critic.
It's Fantasy Critic.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's my mentality. If it doesn't go on Game of the Year, if I don't think it should be on Game of the Year, it shouldn't be on Fantasy Draft. Does that make sense? It doesn't qualify.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my own personal take. That doesn't mean it's
I'm out on DLCs. I think it's too close to the game, and it's kind of the thing with, we were talking about the remakes, right? Where it's using the same idea of something, but even worse, because it's literally the expansion.
This is literally 6 months ago. 6 months ago. Now we're getting more of that. That might take.
Yeah, and there's also a million games that we can choose from, guys. We can choose from so many.
That was my point about reimagining, Rob.
It offers more variety, outside of it. So I think that's my take.
I sway back and forth. I don't mind the DLC. Again, I picked up Lies of P over which was great. I haven't played it, but it looks great. But I can definitely see the opinions on that. So I can go with not having DLCs. I think that's fine. I think that's fair.
I'm outvoted.
Book it. Right. And you can take that to the bank.
No DLCs. It's all good. All right, cool. It's like Rob said. It's there's plenty to choose. So.
Yeah, and I'm losing out because I'm pretty sure Wilds is getting an expansion next year, and they usually review far better than the base game. So
Doom the Dark Ages is getting a DLC next year. I'm like,
oh my god, yeah.
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah.
Kingdom Come is already 3 DLCs this year.
Yeah, that's another one. It's just like, okay, one DLC, one Reimagine. Boom.
I mean,
that's our show.
If you guys want to, it's up to you.
I mean, maybe, yeah. But let's leave that to the new guy too. Just kidding.
Yeah, there you go.
What am I getting myself into?
He just determines everything. I really hope he listens to this. I really hope so. Play Mario Kart with me. All right. Anyways, we have Kelvin and Rob from the gaming duo. Gentlemen, thank you both to my sides here. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully be back on the channel. There will be a link to the gaming duo podcast in the description. Beneath me, we have Onix, our winner of Fantasy Critic, and the gaming resume. There'll be a link to him as well. Jono, the Elder Trolls podcast. Such a beautiful name of Naughty Dong Entertainment, you know? So, guys, I appreciate you all, and we'll be back next year. Until then, happy 2026.
Happy New Year, guys, and happy holidays.
Enjoy gaming.
Yeah.